You're awake again. The room is quiet, but not peaceful. Light from a screen moves across your face. Something is playing. You don't know what. It could end any time, but you let it continue. Yes, your body feels present, but your mind is elsewhere. This is where the book, The Crisis of the Modern World, begins. Not exactly on a page, but in a room like this. René Guénon writes as if he's speaking to someone who already senses the problem but can't name it. A man surrounded by movement who feels strangely absent from his own life. So, you might not feel dramatic despair, but you feel drift. This video will take you through a quiet walk through the crisis of the modern world by René Guénon. Chapter 1 stays with the quiet loss you barely noticed. Chapter 2 looks at the substitutes that filled the space. Chapter 3 moves through effort and discipline that won't hold. Chapter 4 enters life after the center is gone. Chapter 5 rests on one small act that brings weight back. Chapter 1: The Quiet Loss. It didn't collapse. That's the unsettling part. Nothing shattered, no alarm sounded, no one gathered you in a square and announced that meaning was over. Life just thinned. You kept going. You adapted. You learned how to function without asking certain questions. You learned how to stay busy, how to stay entertained, how to stay fed without being nourished. Guénon would say the center disappeared. Not physically, internally. Traditional worlds were built around a vertical axis, something higher, something that didn't change because people felt tired or bored or restless. Life revolved around that axis, whether you agreed with it or not. Now the axis is gone, so everything rotates around you. Your needs, your desires, your moods, your sense of motivation on any given morning. At first, that feels like freedom. Later, it feels like vertigo. You notice it when you have options, but no pull. When nothing claims you. When every choice feels reversible, so none of them feel real. You work, you rest, you consume, but you are not summoned by anything. That's the loss Guénon is pointing to. Not tradition as nostalgia, tradition as orientation. Without it, you become skilled at surviving days and terrible at inhabiting them. Chapter 2: The Substitutes. When depth disappears, substitutes rush in. You don't reach for them consciously. You slide into them. They fit neatly into the cracks. They don't ask questions. Your phone, your drink, your habits at night, they don't feel like rebellion. They feel like relief. Guénon describes a world obsessed with what can be counted, measured, accelerated. The modern mind trusts what moves fast and produces results. But the soul doesn't live there. So when the deeper rhythms are gone, you borrow intensity instead. Sensation in place of meaning. Stimulation in place of ritual. Addiction makes sense here. Not as failure, but as adaptation. It gives structure to nights that otherwise stretch endlessly. It gives a pulse to time that has lost its shape. It gives you something predictable in a world that no longer asks anything definite of you. And for a while it works. Then the noise fades, the body settles, and you're left alone again with the same question you keep postponing. Why am I here like this? Not why am I unhappy, but why am I unplaced? Chapter 3. Effort without gravity. You've tried to fix it. You've told yourself to tighten up. Get disciplined. Take control. Become better. You've made plans. You've sworn things off. You've started streaks and routines and systems meant to straighten you out. Sometimes they hold, briefly. Then something inside you loosens, slips, resists. Guénon would recognize this immediately. Discipline used to be held in place by gravity, a sense that your effort mattered because it was oriented toward something beyond you, a role, a duty, a form of life that asked you to become worthy of it. Now effort floats, and so it feels arbitrary or self-imposed. Why get up early? Why endure discomfort? Why refuse the easy relief? When nothing higher is at stake, the body eventually refuses to cooperate. This isn't a lack of strength, it's a lack of weight. You can't hold yourself together indefinitely without something holding you. At some point, the nervous system seeks surrender. If it can't find it in meaning, it finds it in numbness. Chapter 4. Living after the center. Guénon does not offer hope in the modern sense. He does not promise recovery. He does not predict a return. He suggests something colder and more honest. This world is late in its cycle. Quantity has overtaken quality. Surface has overtaken depth. Speed has overtaken stillness. Waiting for the culture to regain its center is another form of distraction. So the task shifts. Not to fix the world, not to escape it, but to remain intact inside it. This is harder than rebellion, harder than withdrawal. It means you stop outsourcing orientation. You stop expecting the noise to organize you. You stop hoping the next system will save you. You choose something that does not move, a principle, a line you do not cross, a responsibility you carry even when it gives nothing back. Quiet things. Guénon speaks of remaining upright in a collapsing age, of refusing to let the loss of meaning turn you into a ghost. Not loudly, not visibly, internally. Chapter 5. The first weight. There is no grand beginning, no transformation sequence, no announcement. There is only a small act that introduces gravity back into your life. You know where it is, the place you've been avoiding, the corner you've been smoothing over, the habit you defend because it keeps you comfortable. Choose one. Do something there that binds you, not forever, just honestly. Keep your word once when it would be easier not to. Refuse one escape you rely on. Stand inside one obligation without looking for a way out. No audience, no commentary. Let the act speak. Meaning doesn't arrive as understanding. It arrives as recognition. Something in you knows when your actions align with a deeper order, even if you can't explain it, even if you don't believe in anything in particular. The fog doesn't lift all at once. The loneliness doesn't disappear. But you feel heavier in a good way, more present, less scattered. You're no longer drifting. Guénon would say this is how quality re-enters a quantitative world, one embodied decision at a time. You are not here to feel constantly fulfilled. You are here to become real again. And so, let the world rush. Let the noise swell. Stand where you are.